Welcome back to Satisfactory. I am so glad you're here. Hey, so I debugged our sushi belt and we figured we don't want to leave it there. So let's make some director assembly pieces, right? And my thought is if we extend this, and this is one of those things that I hadn't originally planned. And it'll just be a nice handcrafted building for once. Everything doesn't have to be a blueprint, right? Then very close on this side, we're going to put in this assembler. Now, what we want to do is get it as close as we can then we'll merge it down the line. Okay, so we obviously are going to have to extend this to over part of this, but that's okay. And we're going to build, I think we're looking for 10 of these on this side, and then we'll build 10 more on the other side. And let's take a peek at what we're building. This will be our method for checking our recipe. Assembly director system. Everything that we need for this is built in the computer complex. Should have planned for this as an end product. We need 1.5 adaptive control units and 0.75 supercomputers per minute. My original thought was that we would build 20 of these. I originally thought I was going to build 10, but 10 would mean the game would have to end in like 500 hours. We don't want to wait quite that long. So we'll pop the supercomputers up and over here, and then we'll use this as our massive assembly director production area. We almost have 20 on this side by itself. One short. Well, two short, actually. We'll bring the supercomputers in right here. And then it'll be up to us to decide if we want to put another row of these. 18's not a bad starting point, though. Let's do it. We want to split one direction, and we need to put this best way to measure this? Number of inputs minus 1. So we need a 1 spacer. And, you know, what's interesting about this is that we're feeding 1 from one direction. So we're going to split this one like this. I mean, does this factory not look awesome at night? And then we're going to... because we have the adaptive control units over there. So those are going to go down the line this way in the opposite direction. And then this one we can connect no, we're going to connect this one with the angle and this one straight. And here's our supercomputers. We just so happen to have 2 industrial storage containers worth. We're making 1.87 on 2 levels with 10 total. So we're making about 30. It's closer to 28 point some odd. What are we demanding over here? I'm just sort of checking to make sure that we're reasonably like not demanding more supercomputers than we want. Okay, yeah, we're demanding 14 at the most at this point, so this is fine. It's fine. Let's put this right here. Why won't you connect to the side that I want you to connect to? Thank you. I'm good at the angles, but not as good as the heights. I never seem to get the heights perfect the first time. Yeah, see, like that's off by maybe 1 click. There we go. And I am joined the 90-degree club. I know, a lot of people are giving me feedback, we'll call it, regarding belt angles. I'm tempted to keep a couple supercomputers in a container. Probably don't need to do that though. All right, so these go up and over. They come in. They go in here. Then we have to decide where are we going to output these. I think I want to actually turn them this direction. And then just for posterity's sake, we're also going to build one more assembler on the opposite side. We might go crazy and build a whole level. For right now, we're just going to start with what we've got here. Let's see here. We found the dead spot. Where do we want to connect this power? I think we should connect it kind of in between these two machines and then just go down the line, and we put it inside this space right here. We don't run the risk of being in the way of any belts. I made a lot of these. Good grief. That's easier. Click on the machine, then find the pole. So all the good stuff will come down this line, turn, and then go out somewhere over here. Probably put like a drone port right here. But first, we need to get the adaptive control units, which we have a small amount, not a huge amount. Now that we're actually producing them based off of our debugging efforts previous video. We're making 1 per minute per machine. Just want to get a sense of like how many are we dealing with. That's 6. It's 12. 18, 24. So 24 total. Loving the signs, by the way. See, I can tell from here what I'm making, and I can see how many I'm making. So we're making 24 per minute. Well, there's bad news. We're going to need to overclock some of those because right now we're demanding 30 per minute. So there's a net negative there. But that's okay. That's well within the realm of feasibility. If we go through and overclock a bunch of these, we can get there. Or, you know, close. All right, so back to building. Well, that was a miss. Let's try that again, shall we? You know, I should probably... No, we're good. Let's drop this down. How am I missing this? I mean, I am really missing this. If it's... All right, let's see. Where is this? This is off the line, one click on the line. This is also one click on the line. Or is it? No, it is. That should be lined up. Whether it is or not is going to be conversation for the ages. Just connecting the bottom belt here. Then we're going to have to go back and connect the top belt. My goodness. Connecting the bottom one was much easier for some reason. Like I am just making mistake after mistake on the top belt here. You know, one thing that is interesting is the reach when you hover is extended compared to when you stand. From a gameplay sort of like satisfaction level, this makes perfect sense, right? If you're flying way above something, you don't want to have to get in the same touching range. See, I can't interact with this, but the second I hover, I can. So that just tells me that the range of the hover is greater than normal. All that to say is another reason that you would want to do this while hovering. You can copy and paste much easier. But if you've made it this far into the video, you probably already know that. I mean, we're at what? 94, 95 videos into this playthrough. Well, let's see. It's interesting when you manifold like this, the middle machines are the ones that start first typically because this side gets all of one supply and then this side gets all of one supply and almost nothing of the other one. So it's kind of a weird thing. But since we are building with a hot belt, and the primary belt is already pretty full, everybody's getting lots of supplies. And they really don't demand that much, so we'll be all right. Oh, we ran out of plates. Do we have any plates left is the question. hundreds of them. Let's grab some plates. It's just a matter of building a ton of belts at this point. I'm already thinking about the end product of this. If it's like anything else, these assembly directors have very low stacking size. It's probably stack at 50, right? They don't want you to build one machine that makes one per minute and then store it up for 4,000 hours or 4,000 minutes and then call yourself done. I want to make it a little inconvenient for you. Wait, is that everything? Let's put a splitter over here. And then just for kind of, in case we want to expand it later, making sure that we don't run out of space for something, for some dumb reason. We'll build one on this side. Kind of mark the territory, right? Merge this down the line. And then merge this down the line with that to a single line. The reason why I feel comfortable doing that is because the assembly director recipe outputs a very small number of items, right? 0.75 per minute, so we would have to have 1,000 machines dedicated to this task to get, and still we would have 30 per minute space on our belt. So we can merge this. With this. I don't like this empty belt here. What are we missing? Automated wiring. Sorry for the distraction, but I don't want automated wiring in my inventory. I don't need it for anything to build, so let's get rid of it. And then we want to get a little power over here. Really? I think we'll make a drone pad. I'll connect it down to the ground afterward. That looks about right. We'll connect this, and then this will just be the port that we use to ship the director units to the space elevator. I guess I should know what these are called. Assembly director system. My goodness. Well, that's more or less it. If I really wanted to, I could put some more of these down, but I have that option. How many did we end up building? 20? Let's see. Yep. Looks like 20 exactly. So knowing that, that means we built a capacity of 15 assembly director systems per minute, which means 4,000 divided by 15 divided by 60. We're 4.5 hours away from completing the game at this rate. Minimum. I think we're okay with that. Because we've got 3 other items to make. By the time we get that done, that should be around 4 hours. So let's find a cool one thing we should do, we should put in just a touch of storage. I know. Just in case something crazy happens, we want to make sure that we can always capture the output. The likelihood that this will fill up, and this will fill up, and these machines will all fill up, and the belts will fill up is kind of small. But now it's almost impossible. So we'll put that little storage on there, and then I think we'll call it. We're done. We've made our assembly director units. I don't think I have the ability to... Well, actually, if I really want it, I can make it happen. Let's go grab some... crystal oscillators. We still haven't finished this. We might have overbuilt, actually. I haven't seen a lack of crystal oscillators in the build so far. What are we doing? 15 per minute? Yes. Should I slash that? Slash that. I cannot stand that moving background. That one I might like, even if it is moving. It's moving very slowly. Okay, there you go. And we have a little reminder of how many we're making. Little reminder. Let's see if we can find our... Something like that is what we want. So here's what we'll do. Now we're just doing YouTube stuff, by the way. So we're going to delete this belt, and then we're going to go grab these. Come back over here. And you can dump outputs on the output layer or the output slot of a machine. It's good for testing. It's good for filling a belt if you want a screenshot for your YouTube video. Well, that's kind of cool. All the ingredients involved. Or we'll pick one. Or we'll go kind of a close-up shot. There you go. And then I'll just reconnect this. So we can get back to normal business. All right. We are officially done. Wow. Here's hoping everything is that easy. Though I know it's not. Magnetic field generators. If we just follow the list here. Batteries. Oof. That could hurt. The rods we could deal with. Versatile framework. We've got a full factory for that. So we'll probably end up having like deliveries for batteries and stators and AI limiters. Build the electromagnetic rope control rods on site. Combine that with the batteries and then import the versatile framework. That'll probably be what we do. That's not bad. That's easy. It'll just be a matter of kind of understanding. Oh, we only need one of these per minute? That's easy. Of course, if we want, like we did here, if we build 20 of these, then we have to multiply all numbers by 20. And the question is always the same. Do I want to finish now? Or am I okay waiting for later? We might have to expand our battery capabilities. It might actually make sense to build batteries on site. Now that I'm thinking about it. So much of the world that we really don't touch. This side of the world, we can't say that because we are totally wrecking this side of the world. There's a lot of power over here. This is our biomass factory, our coal factory, our uranium nuclear power plant, and our plutonium nuclear power plant, all in this side of the world right here. A lot of power generation happening here. Obviously, easy access to that water will do that. And I think I put this over here because there were a lot of trees, and I was cutting down a lot of trees. And I just wanted a place to quickly process that stuff into better stuff. Oh, yeah. And right there, you can see the biomass burners, just barely. We put a lot of power over here. That just kind of happened by accident. We were in the desert. Uh-oh. I'm starting to have kind of a flashback here. Nostalgic. Let's quit before we get into massive story time. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.